All right. Hopefully this doesn't suck. We'll see. All right. Oh man, this is dirty, dude. What's up, YouTube? Oh, how much fun. This T6.1 did a lot better Wednesday. Did a lot better. I did a lot of changes at one of the stadium truck racers, John Stoltz. He knows his stuff. He told me to soften it up all the way around, and I put the front shocks on, or the rear shocks on the front of the tower. That seemed to help. It's just that track is so. It's not an easy track to learn on, and I just kept freaking crashing. And well, not really. At the start, I was doing really well. I didn't crash all that often, but once it started, it was like a domino effect. It just kept freaking crashing and crashing. So I'm just gonna wait for a new track and take it out there and learn on an easier track. 'Cause that track's not the easiest track to race on. It's just pretty damn. It's not easy because you lose sight so much. So gonna with the truck, I'm just gonna wait and wait for a new track. It shouldn't be too long here because they gotta make a new one for the J Concepts race that's coming out here. So that'll be kind of kick-ass. The steering was really good. It's all aluminum now, so that was really good. And it was a lot softer. The one thing I gotta do, which I will do here in a second after is change my my ESC to blinking. Because I put it on the setting in my my ESC in the Hobbywing. They have this. There's this thing that says stock 13.5 and stock 17.5, and that's what I put my stuff on. So I was saying that at the track on Wednesday, and John and Paul were like, you're not supposed to have any of that crap. You're not supposed to have turbo and boost. You're in stock class. You should be blinky, all this kind of stuff." And I was like, I just put it on the stock thing, man. It was hope y'all can hear me, by the way. But so I switched it to blinky, and it was a lot easier to drive, and the butt wasn't swinging out as bad, and I changed some springs and stuff. But it was it was kind of funny to learn that I had been sort of cheating for the bit. I mean, it's not like I was winning. I hadn't won anything. I won a heat race, let alone or a qualifier race, let alone a main or anything up till Wednesday night. So I switched it over to Blinky, and I did a lot better. Probably should have had it on Blinky the whole time, which I didn't know anyways. You know what I mean? But you could tell a difference. It was a lot easier to control and all that kind of jazz. So that was pretty awesome. So I'll switch this over here in a second. I use the Hobbywing. I should probably do it up here so you guys can see. The Hobbywing Wi-Fi thing makes it a lot easier, I think. know what I did with my applicator brush. I used this toothbrush on Wednesday. I gotta get the proper size plate protector on the bottom here. This one is not big enough. There's some parts that I missed here. Good grief. I haven't even really raced this truck yet, man. I can't wait to get time on it. I would have been down there the past couple Sundays to practice, but I just don't want to practice down there. I don't want to do anything down there but race on Wednesdays because my buddies are there. You know, it's such a pain in the ass to drive on. I mean, why would you want to go somewhere that you have to marshal yourself freaking over and over and over when you're learning something? It's definitely not a new driver friendly track. But so, gotta get my phone so I can adjust this. All right. Hook up to the Wi-Fi. I think putting this in Blinky is going to make it easier to drive too. It's super quick right now. A little bit hard to handle. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but come on, I'm connected. There we go. There's no better version. I got that better version. So on here. No, I'll switch this over maybe. So it's probably too much light. But I have it on the stock 13.5T. So I'm going to change it over to the 0 timing. And then change some of the stuff I know. I got on here, punch rate. Switch that up, and it should be, I'll change it to that. 2020. Right, 5%. That can't be right. Hold on. I know I took a picture. It is 25, 62.5, and 60. That seems to be good braking. right now for me. Where's that photo? 20 and 20, not 10 and 10. And no boost, no extra crap. So some people, I mean, you learn from this stuff when you're doing it. But like the brake force and the brake rate switch point, all that kind of stuff, that's all trial and error. I used to have the brake force at 50%. I took it down. I just couldn't. Or I put it back up. But when it was at 50, I wouldn't lose my rear end as bad when I hit the brakes. And at 62.5, there's a big turn at the end of the straight where you hit your brake, and there's a little spot in there where there's a divot. So if you hit your brake and you hit that spot, sometimes your ass end will go out sideways. But other than that, I mean, my car brakes really good, and those are the same settings as my car. So this should be good. So I don't understand if that zero timing is what I'm supposed to be in. What the hell are the stock things on here? Is that the teaming truck? But there's a car in the thing. I don't know. I don't know, Hollywing. I don't know. But there we go. So now it's blinky. We're good to go. Come on. Alright. That's a loud ass fan too. I don't know what happened to that fan when I was rewiring that ESC to this car or this truck. But holy cow, it's so much louder. But I have an extra one I can switch it out to, but I'm not gonna do it. So that's done. That means the truck's gonna sit for a bit. Makes me sad. I like driving it. It's made me a better car driver, that's for sure. Hitting the brake in midair, hitting the brake and throttle in midair. I never used to do that, but now I do with the car because I had to do it with the truck. So the truck has definitely taught me, or helped me become a better driver in that aspect. You know, I'm still not very good at it. It made me definitely better. Definitely better. Oy, oy. I'm gonna put a new rear sticker on there. Oh. It's wearing down my screws. Still don't like all that play. Man, that's freaking ridiculous. But on Wednesday, I couldn't get any grip at the start again. So I go to this website. What's this website? myrcbox.com. And it has a really cool, easy to read thing about what changes do to the car and all that kind of stuff, like more inclined shock position versus less inclined shock position, things like that. Real handy, man. It's a real handy website. And if you don't know, like if you're like me, you don't know a lot of that stuff, it's a good website to use. Because if you ever have a question or anything, you don't have to wait till the track. You can just look it up a little bit, make your own decision, see how it goes. But I know I wanted to soften up the front some because it was jumping all right, and I don't need to jump like a maniac anymore. I was not, I didn't jump the car very well when I was just learning. So now I'm a little bit smoother with that stuff. So I had pretty hard springs in the front. I had yellow version 2s in the front, and I felt like I didn't need that anymore. So I was like, man, I didn't want to use the whites that came with the kit. I felt were like a little too soft, but I wanted to soften it up. So I went into the hobby shop and I bought gray. I was like, give me the gray fronts, because I knew I wanted to get those. And I was standing there. They're only $5 a thing, or $5.50 or something like that. So I was standing there and I was like, man, maybe I'll get the greens and the green rears to see how they work. So I bought the green rears and went back out. This is after the first qualifier. I used my first setup, which was yellow front springs and I should freaking clean it. Yellow front springs, gray rear springs, and treaded tires. That was my setup for the first race. The first qualifier on Wednesday. Anyways, I didn't do too bad. I did 12 laps, which is my normal thing, and I was messing up like normal and doing normal stuff. And came back to, I guess you would call them the pits, because that's where we are all sitting. And I'm like, I'm gonna change my speed control to blinky, to what it should be, I guess. I was like, I'm gonna change it to blinky. And everybody's like, well, you should be in blinky. or John was. John's like, you're cheating. I'm like, all right. I'm like, yeah, and it's led me to so many podiums and everything like that. Like I even knew. He's pretty funny. So I changed my ESC to blinky. I then I'm gonna change to my octagons, because the octagons, keep that, I still cut that stuff out. The octagons on that track grab really well for me, and I have a nice worn in rear pair, and the fronts aren't too bad. They're starting to get really good, so I'm gonna change the slicks, and I'm gonna put new springs all the way around. And so, and this is on the second qualifier. Oh my gosh, I hope this is okay. I'm hoping that I don't drive completely terrible. And I drive the second qualifier with a different set of tires, new springs, and the different settings in the ESC. So no turbo and no boost. And I thought I did really well. I mean, it was a different car. It was definitely hard to get used to, but I knew by the end of that race what I needed to do at each spot where I was used to punching it or doing all this other stuff. I needed to roll a little bit better, and I thought it was such a better car. And it really was. It was a lot easier to control, I thought, but I was running at the same speed for that I did previous race, because I mean, I'm not driving that well. I still crash and make stupid mistakes and get close to people when I could be giving them room and just waiting for my spots to pass. It's just stupid things I did when I was younger that I'm just remembering not to do now. And it was going to be pretty fun. So I qualified for the C main. We have a lot of sportsman drivers out here, and like all the A main drivers, they were they all hit 14 laps. Oh my gosh. I might have to make a new one of them. They all hit 14 laps, and I'm like, holy crap. I'm back here at 12 laps. My gosh. At what point do the 14 lapper dudes move up to run with the 15 lapper dudes and expert? Although Brian Kinwald, who races at our track, he pulled a 16 lap freaking 5 minutes on Wednesday, which is, I don't care who you are, that's pretty damn quick on that track. 16 lap freaking qualifier. It's just plain sick, dude. Just watching that guy motor around there was just crazy, because I marshaled that race. This is just nuts. It was just nuts. How no mistakes, nothing. Just that guy motoring around the track. It was amazing. 16 laps with a stock freaking car. Yeesh. But the whole A main was all 14 lapper dudes. So the B main was majority of 13 lap dudes, and then C main was like 13 and 12 lap guys. So I was stoked. I didn't break anything, so I didn't have to fix anything right before the race, and went out there and freaking made it through the first couple turns, which is pretty hard to do without getting caught up. And from that point, man, I didn't look back, man. The car just was so much easier to drive. The butt was planted with the green springs in the back version, 2 green springs in the back. It was running really well. When there was a mistake, it was all me, for sure, because it wasn't the car. The car's ready to go. So, but that was it. It was fantastic. And then I finished 5th in the B main. I wasn't doing too bad. I did do bad. When I watch my film of it, like when I watch the races, I always a little bit like critique myself a bit too much, but when you make the same mistakes in the same spot, you gotta find a way to correct it. It's a good way to watch film and be like, oh, I should hit this area instead of this one, or try to aim for this area instead of this one, because whenever I'm hitting certain spots, I'm crashing like a mother. And so that's the only way you can really correct it. I'm glad I got this camera, and I can watch the video of it all the time. And now, I think a lot of the sportsman guys down there check out the videos, because I mean, you can see most of them when the camera's going. You have a better vision of where your car's at and stuff like that. I think a lot more of the guys are starting to watch the videos and be like, oh, this is where I was, that's when I crashed, all that kind of stuff. I should have let that guy go by, or I should have waited and passed him here. Stuff like that, man. That stuff's useful. A lot of people don't think so, but it really is. So, I don't know if I should rebuild my shocks. I haven't rebuilt them in a couple weeks. No, it's been 1 week. I don't know if I should rebuild them or not. I probably should. It's been a week. Been a week. I just feel lazy though. I don't want to. I need a new front wing. I need a new rear wing. I'd like to get a new body. But oh, and this is why I don't. This is why I don't want to practice my truck down there. I took it Saturday to practice and or Wednesday after early. Totally ripped up the whole rear end of my truck. Ripped the screw hole out. Ripped the back of it off. Ripped almost the entire wing off. Scraped the whole front of it because I crashed so much. I mean, I gotta learn, but I don't wanna learn on that track. I'll wait and race it on a track where I can actually get stuff done. Yes. Everything's looking hunky-dory. Battery's all done up. Everything's ready to go. So that's it, guys. I don't think I'd go too in-depth on my cleaning like some of these guys did. That's crazy. Some guys go absolutely nuts about it. If you don't use wipes, these Clorox wipes, if you can't have a like a tire washing thing with Simple Green in it, these Clorox ultra strength blue fiber, they don't rip, they aren't crappy little things. They clean really well, and after you clean a tire, it will leave them sticky like you're using Simple Green. Mind you, you don't want to use these all the time because I mean it's going to cost you a ton of money, but if you're quick between a race or something like that and you need a good something to clean your tires, those Clorox ones work pretty well, and they'll leave your tire somewhat sticky like you used Simple Green on them. So that's it, boys. I don't get to race tomorrow. I gotta work. Makes me sad. I don't get to hang out. I think Paul gets to race tomorrow. I'd like to hang out there and just shoot the shit and race, but can't. Somebody's got to pay for new bodies and wheels and tires. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you guys later.